Hello world, Shelly here, and it's time for another episode of Foundation Fest. And today I'm checking out from Maybelline the Super Stay, what is this called? Lumi-Matte Foundation. Retails for $14.99 for 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of product. Comes in 24 different shades. I have this in shade 120. Let me get the description of 120. Oh, there's actually a bunch of fair shades. Thank you, Maybelline. Neutral, cool undertone. Neutral and cool are two different things. Okay. I don't know what that means. I picked it because I wear 120 and a bunch of other Maybelline stuff. Introducing Maybelline Super Stay up to 30-hour wear Lumi-Matte, also two different things, long wear foundation infused with amino acids in the form of hydrolyzed soy proteins. Breathable coverage with a luminous matte finish in 24 shades. 4.2, hello dyslexia, 4.2 out of 5 stars with 130 reviews on Ulta's website. I have not looked at anyone else's reviews or wear tests or anything because I just want to see how this goes. Ingredients, for someone with dry skin, this one might be iffy. Denatured alcohol is the 4th ingredient. That is the drying kind of alcohol, and that is way up at the top. Alcohol can have a purpose in a formula. Typically, its purpose is to help it dry down more quickly. And that's, foundation, sunscreen, anything. That's really high up in the ingredient list, and there's not a ton of hydrating ingredients in here that are either meant to introduce moisture or hold in the existing moisture. So I'm a little bit nervous as far as having skin that dehydrates very easily. I don't see added fragrance in here. This is listed as clean according to Ulta's standards, and it is also vegan. So bravo. They don't mention cruelty-free. Maybelline is not inherently a cruelty-free brand, but yeah, so, although I do think Maybelline's cruelty-free status is based on where they sell and not that if you sell in mainland China, for example, there is legal requirement that brands comply with aftermarket animal testing. Anyway, that's the status of this one. Let's take a look at shade 120, swatched against a few others in my collection. Swatch time. First up is today's foundation from Maybelline, the Super Stay Lumi-Matte in shade 120. Second, I've got from Estee Lauder, the Double Wear Stay in Place in 1C1 Cool Bone. Third up is MAC Studio Sculpt in NW15. And last, on my knuckles, I've got the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator in Fair. I've already cleansed, moisturized, and sunscreened this 50-year-old face. I have primed with a new one from Maybelline. This is the Poreless Jelly Hydrating Blur Primer. What's with all the niacinamide? There's niacinamide in the foundation. There's niacinamide in this primer. Niacinamide everywhere. Don't OD on your niacinamide. It's not super prone to irritation, but too much can bother sensitive skin, so just be aware. But I've worn this a couple times, twice before today, just to make sure that it played nice with my typical foundations I'm familiar with, so I think it'll be fine. I had no problems with it. I don't know exactly how poreless I would call it. It just feels like a jelly primer. This will be a good test though, because I've been wearing pretty light coverage with it. Yesterday I wore it with the Merit Stick. I forget what I wore it with the day before. I think it was the Purito Relief, which are both, not as much coverage as I'm expecting out of this one. So it'll be interesting to see. So that's already on my face. I just want to point out the component here, the bottle, very nice custom bottle. So they've got can you tell that it's raised lettering on both the cap and the glass bottle, the Super Stay lettering, and it's a custom, like a square component cap. I don't know. I like the packaging. It's not cheap to do custom components like this. Someday may I get there with my brand, but Not yet. Nowhere near it. But I appreciate the attention to detail because it feels nice in the hands. It's got a nice matte aesthetic to it. Like it's a nice looking bottle. Bravo to whoever determined the packaging for this one. Let's see what we got here. Don't mind my nails. I picked them all off. It has been a week. The world is very heavy right now in like every possible aspect. So just I picked all my nails off. Here we go. All right. She's not going too fast. I have got a damp sponge for one side of my face. I've got my Artis Oval 7 brush for the other side. Let's start with the sponge side, shall we? Dun, 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 dun. I've already put on my lip mask. Not mask, my smoothing lip treatment from Geek Out of Water. Ding! I don't know why one of those like mid-century commercials just popped into my head. Letting that soak in. This might be more like my summer shade than my winter shade. Not my summer shade, not like a self-tanning level of summer, but it is on the darker end of what I would wear in the winter. But I think it'll still work. I think we'll still be okay. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Pretty light coverage applied with the sponge. I was expecting a little more coverage just right out the gate. Nothing alarming. Some did soak into the sponge, so we'll see. Brush side might be the way to go. Although you guys can probably tell from past history that I tend to be a brush person, which is unfortunate for the fact that I usually have flaking skin going on because it's much more challenging to prevent flaking when you use a brush. I forgot to kind of go under my eyes, so I'm just going to get that going here real quick because your girl has some dark circles happening. All right, let's get the brush. Let's find out how this is going to go. Yeah, I can already tell from my forehead. Definitely more coverage with a brush. But you can also see how it's just a little dark for my current complexion. But it's fine. It'll work. It will all be fine once I get my bronzer and my blush on. Yeah, there's slightly better coverage with the brush. Not that you need more coverage. If you don't want the coverage, use the sponge. It's totally fine. Let's build this up a little bit, shall we? Let's get my dark spots over here. Let's even out the coverage on my forehead. My blue blood vessel needs a little bit. And let's just try and even this coverage out. I don't think I'm going to need any more product. I did get every last bit, but I don't think I'm going to need more. I think we're going to be okay. I'm trying to see what they mean by Lumi-Matte. I'm not seeing it yet. I don't fully understand it yet. Definitely buildable, because look at those sunspots just almost vanished. That second coat did it, and seamless second coat. I see no evidence of building or layering, so it builds up nicely. Bravo, bravo, liking that. Okay, what does Lumi-Matte mean? I'm trying to see it on my face. I'm looking at my 10X here. It's kind of, I just feel like this looks like matte to me. I don't see a ton of reflect. So, you know, I've got my ring light and I've got a side fill light, and I don't see a ton of reflect off my skin of the light. And that's usually what a luminous finish does. Now, again, some of these brands have taken the word lumi and taken it from meaning luminous, outwardly appearing luminous, to meaning luminous, oh, we're going to make your skin brighter over time, like a skincare claim. So maybe that's what this one is supposed to mean. This is a matte, but the niacinamide is going to brighten our skin over time, and that's the Lumi part. All right, Let's zoom in. Let's get a close look at this because I got to see what's happening. I must say, it actually does look quite nicely smooth on my nose even. Pores do look nicely smooth, so maybe this Jelly Poreless Primer is slightly blurring. The coverage on my texture on the driving side of my face where my sunspots are, that texture looks quite well smoothed. And I will say that typically a matte foundation will accentuate my texture because it kind of makes my skin look more dehydrated. It's not doing that right now. So we'll see over time if my skin does get dehydrated over the day. But it's not making, typically matte foundations will make my microlines show up, and it's not doing that. My forehead looks really smooth. Surprisingly smooth, really. Nose, pores, cheeks, texture. I'm furrowing my brow because I'm definitely surprised at how smooth this is looking. Not a complaint. Definitely happy with that. All right, Super Stay. I'm just terrified. There's so much alcohol in this that I'm probably going to end up a dry prune face by the end of the evening. Well, maybe not. Maybe they'll surprise me. I don't know. Let's check the time. The time is 11:05. And Comcast is trying to sell me mobile phone service. Nope. No, thank you. 11:06 now. Let me go put the rest of my face on. I will be right back. Back with the Maybelline Lumi-Matte. I can't lie, this is one of the prettiest matte foundations I've worn in a while. And that's saying something because matte foundations don't always work on my skin. Yeah, it's not clinging to anything. It's smooth. It doesn't look dry. Okay. Kind of surprised. Definitely surprised. But it's looking nice. Did not have to set with powder. Had no trouble blending anything. Everything is just came together. So, so far so good. On the rest of my face, Polite Society, I am freaking loving these new powder blush sticks. It looks like a cream blush. You apply it and it blends and stays put like a powder. I prefer powder blush for that reason because blush balms and cream blushes all tend to fade throughout the day on me a lot more than a powder does. That's kind of why I don't wear a lot of cream bronzers because those just seem to always fade on me. And then I get to the end of the day and I'm like missing half my face structure, you know? These are brilliant. This is the very bright pink one, but as you see, it blends out very calmly. So Miami is the shade on this one. My bronzer is No Surprise. What's Up Beauty Cheek Terray. I've been using the deep shade for that nice red undertone. Very light hand. Because if you go, it's a deep. It's not meant for fair skin. I'm just making it work because I love the undertone. Then on my eyes, I dug out my ColourPop Aurora Struck. Aurora. I don't know why that sounded so weird. I dipped into some of this third row, which I have not worn these shades before. So that was new. I don't know why I end up going for like zombie eyes when I'm in a mood where I feel like I need the support of my makeup to face the world. So I end up doing zombie eyes. I don't know, it just happens. I can't control it. It is what it is. I like zombie eyes. I love this makeup look. I had to stop using my Essence Stay and Play pencil because it won't sharpen anymore. It's just like a mushy nub now. And I kept poking my eye. And I'm kind of sad because it's not completely like done yet, but I can't get it to sharpen in a way that I can use it, so I might have to toss it. So instead I use the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof. This is one of those twist up type of pencils, which I like it. It's okay. It's okay. I'll keep using it for a little while. We'll see if I like it any more as time goes on. L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal. Been loving this mascara. Like, loving this mascara. Sachu lip liner stain in the plum shade. Plumped, I think they call it. That's the base. And then the most delicious lip balm gloss that I have ever worn in my life. And I've got two flavors, colors, whatever you might. I think you should look at them as colors, but they're flavors of the Polite Society Polite Pal Glossy Lip Balm. The one I'm wearing today is Pink Grapefruit. The other one I've got that is delicious, and this blows my mind because I don't like peaches. Peach Bellini. It's delicious. Not that you eat it, but like, it just tastes really good. Like, it's really strikingly tasty. Surprisingly so. My allergies are already starting, and it's only like 5 days into February. What day is today? It is 5 days into February. February 5th as I'm filming this. It's not going to go up till next week, though. Whew, the allergies seem to come earlier every single year. Last year, they started on February 8th. So, I mean, I guess I'm on track, but earlier again? Anyway, I'm feeling kind of bold-faced today. It should be an interesting day. I'm going to go to work. We'll see what this daylight check-in ends up being, because we got ice storms coming, and it looks gloomy outside right now. I gotta go to the post office after work, drop off a ton of orders. Thank you for all your orders. Yay! And, yeah, so then I'll come back and give you a daylight check-in later, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts tonight. Done with class, made it to the post office. Here's where we're at. I can't see my forehead, but it's actually not looking too dry. I did have to blow my nose. Don't I always? But everything seems to be holding up okay so far. What time is it? It is 3:14. So that is where we're at. Looking good so far. I did see a couple colleagues today that know that I review makeup for YouTube, and they said, oh, is this a new one? And they said it looked very nice. So, and these are colleagues that I talk about makeup all the time with. So, like, they would tell me, like, that looks a little dry, or, oh, that looks a little flaky, or, oh, that looks really shiny, or, oh, that looks beautiful, or, like, we talk about the fine details. So, that was their take on it. All right. I'll catch you guys tonight. We'll see. So far, so good. I don't feel dry yet, so we're doing all right. I'll see you guys tonight. We'll see how it goes. 1:32 a.m. That puts us, I think, approaching the 14-hour mark. Whew, long day. Let's take a look at how the Maybelline Super Stay Lumi-Matte held up. It held up wonderfully well. Still looks really, really good. Tiniest bit drying, just a tiny smidge. It only looks dry a little tiny bit under my eyes. It feels just a smidge dry, but we are well into the day here at 14 hours. So to have it look this nice at this long of a wear time, and I've been busy going all day long, like, dang, you got something here, Maybelline. Ooh, some of my lip stains stayed on too. How about that? Oh, what a day. What a day. I only ate once. Like, I didn't even eat. Ooh, it's been a day. Anyway, let's zoom in and you guys can see what's going on here. You know, I had to blow my nose, but you really can barely tell. You know, just a little missing product on my nostrils. Blush, bronzer still, I mean, my blush is still completely intact. It looks like it did when I put it on. Very smooth still. Pores just a little more visible than they were to begin with, but texture is very well smoothed still at this point in the day. nothing moved around, nothing settled into lines, nothing really dried me out. Like, I'm really kind of shocked, dumbfounded even. Like, really. Super smoothing matte that doesn't dry me out. How is that even possible? I'm really, really, really surprised. If I had to give a grade, I'm gonna put my cap on the way I like it. Forward to the Maybelline Lumi-Matte foundation. It's an A for sure. Like, what? Really, I'm really surprised. I was thinking, you know, if it's a good day, it'll come in as a B, you know? No, this is nice. I might wear it again tomorrow. And this one's a nice one. All right, Maybelline. I see you. Wow. All right. There you have it. I'm really surprised. I'm just really impressed with this one. Really. I'm really, Charlie, really. Charlie's like, why are we still awake? It's bedtime. I know. We're going to bed. It's time for bed. There you have it. Another episode of Foundation Fest is in the books. If you like foundation reviews, if you had fun with this one, give me a thumbs up down below. Let me know in the comments. What do you want to see next? I still have a ton of foundations. I got a bunch of K-Beauty BB creams. I have the Doll 10 I have to review. I've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I just ordered the, I don't know how to say it, CL? Don't know how to say that. Ciele, I think it is. I ordered that. It's on the way. Yeah, I still got a bunch of stuff. Let me know what you want to see. Did you guys see Tati's video with her $700 of drugstore makeup? I'm kind of jealous because some of those brands I don't even have anywhere around me. Like, I've never even seen them in a store. But now I'm going to keep looking. I won't be spending $700, but she got some stuff. I'm kind of jealous. I don't have her grocery store. What did she say it was? Like HEB? Never heard of it. It must be like a West Coast thing or Southern thing. I don't know. I don't see those in Virginia. Anyway, as always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. Check out Foundation Fest. My spreadsheet is up to date. It's all, if you're still here watching this video, you win, and thank you. The Foundation Fest spreadsheet is up to date. Check the description box if you need the fresh new link to it. It's on my website too. Go to geekoutofwater.com. It's up to date. Hopefully I'll add this foundation to it before you see this. Thanks again for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.